Hi.
Hey, hi everyone. Welcome
Hello,
to
everyone.
Magic Madams.
Hello, it's us.
Is it our third episode?
It's our third. Yeah, our third episode. Exciting. Wow.
Wow.
Number 3. It has a nice ring to it. I like it.
I like the number 3. So,
Me too. Reminds me of the 3 of Wands.
right now,
Expansion. Yeah, I don't know. There's like 3 of Wands energy here. I feel it. Breaking out of our comfort zones, doing things differently. Manifestation is high, just like visions. That's what I get.
I feel that. I definitely.
Right?
Right now, the
So,
moon is in Leo.
the moon is in Leo, and the moon will shift into Virgo, I think, like 2.5 days from now, because it usually takes like 2.5 days for the moon to do a whole thing throughout the sign. So, we have a new moon in Virgo. Actually, I think I have it in my planner. I think my planner lets me know. I can look it up. But it's definitely in the next like 3 days. Oh yeah, it's on Thursday. The new moon's on Thursday.
What kind of energy will that bring?
So we will have. I don't think we'll have a Virgo stellium in the sky because I think Mercury's now in Libra and Venus is in Leo. So the moon and no, just the moon and sun will be in Virgo. So it will be a very dare I say like irritable with Mars in retrograde. I kind of feel like I don't know. Virgo can kind of have this tendency, I feel like, to be a little bit irritable, or just kind of like a little bit anxious, since Virgo does rule over just like health and home.
Yeah, they're very orderly.
Very orderly, very organized. Rules the sixth house. So, we may notice like our routine shifting or wanting to add like newness into our routines. Like, it might be a good time to, do like a new. It's so fun, like astrology. I'm like saying this. I'm like, oh, like I'm actually doing this without even thinking. But like a new like fitness routine. Like I switched from like yoga to like Pilates.
Oh,
You may
I love
notice
Pilates.
Well, I usually do like yoga and like a little bit of cardio, but I love like the toning. Like I love feeling like getting like a really intense workout, but like having to do. I don't really like cardio. Like I don't really like it. I'm like more like toning and stuff, but Pilates has been really really good. So yeah, it's just like gonna be super grounding, very organized. We're gonna see like what isn't working. We need to really be on the lookout for like, not getting I'm not saying not getting triggered, but like, yeah, we can get triggered with like our imperfections or whatever, but like accepting, because Virgo can have a hard time with like accepting themselves, especially like appearance. Like Virgo rules, like appearance and like wanting to be kept together and orderly and cleanliness. So just like maybe a nice clean sweep of the house. You may notice your routine is shifting. Your like I said, like your fitness routine could be shaken up, or just like health. Like, have you been to the doctor yet? Like, have you been like I gave myself like a foot massage the other day, and like I never really do that. But just things like that, like check in with your body, check in with like your health, check in with like your diet. Like, are you really craving those foods, or like are you just eating it out of boredom? Like, is your water like intake good? Like all things, like that. And manifesting, since it's a new moon, we can really focus on like manifesting. So like manifesting a routine that aligns with abundance and love, manifesting a workout routine that's aligned with a body that we might be like working towards or on, or just like a healthy body. Like, let's check in with our physical vessel, like our we're okay spiritually, mentally, yes, but like physical, like this is a very physical, like what
energy.
does like what does your like shoulder need, where, you know, what chakra like has been really coming up lately. Like listen to these parts of you know, your body. Yeah.
I
New
feel
Moon
that
Virgo.
because it's also the time of Virgo in like the seasons.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
my cousin, who is like my best friend in the world, she's like a sister to me. She just moved to California, just like you just moved to Portland. But she is very clean and organized, and um, her fitness is on point. I mean, she's as skinny as a rail and vegan, and just like, I mean, she's like toned and like has a nice body. She's not like a plank or anything, but like I can see how that's like the physical kind of energy, like everything you were saying. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like her.
Yeah, you know, we may even be feeling physical things a little bit more. Like, oh, like a sore throat might be like really apparent now, or like that
Yes,
cramp we have in, like, you know, like our hand is like really like, okay, maybe I'm
that's
like
what's
on
happening
my
to
phone
me.
too much. You know, like you'll feel it in your body more heightened. We'll be very in tune with our body.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always in tune with my body, but I like things I'm noticing in this time is like, I mean, leading up to this point is that I got my blood drawn the other day,
Yeah.
and it took them 3 tries. And then on the time where it finally came out, now I have a really big bruise on my arm where like it's never like they've always taken it and gotten
Mm.
it the first try. They've never had to like keep trying different
Oh
things.
God, that like, oh God, I can't do like blood and needles. Like that's like literally,
I
I'm
know
like, oh
I
my
don't
God.
like needles either, but I've always been fine getting my blood drawn. But I could never imagine like doing a drug due to needles. Like I
Oh
just
my God.
I just couldn't.
Attempted to give blood in like high school to like for like a blood drive, and I literally fainted. Like they stuck it in. I was just like, and that's never happened to me before. I've never passed out from a needle. So
Oh my god, you fainted, poor
I
thing.
think, yeah, yeah,
And then like my hands, my wrists from like driving all the time and like doing what I do for work
yeah,
right now. It's like I'm always using my hand, and so like I've been
yeah,
like the
yeah.
braces
Well,
for your wrists.
like I said, like, well, I've been like just like sending healing energy to my hands, or like using lotion. Like I said, like yesterday I like massage like my feet just because I felt like they really needed tending to. And like take a bath, like take care, like I said, of your physical vessel, you know, like
Yes.
talk to your legs, thank you know, like say thank you for like moving me around, like thank your eyeballs for like
Yes.
letting you see, thank your hair for like protecting your head, like, and looking so pretty, you know, like this is a good time to like connect with like your physical self, and you know, where you know, like your flaws stem from, like when were you taught to like hate, you know, the extra skin on your arm, like when were you taught to not accept yourself, like these are all things that like might be coming up, you know, for the new moon as well. So like basically like reprogramming like how we view our flaws.
Mm.
That would be a great thing to manifest.
So what if someone like doesn't have a tub? Like I don't have a tub. Like should I just like
Um,
wear like pink like to manifest the love? Like we're
yeah, you could do
sports.
that if you don't have a tub. Like, Dr. Teal's actually has this like body soap. This like gel soap, and I think there's like Epsom salt in it, and I think that's kind of like the same effect as like sitting in like a bathtub. I mean, not like, you know, super cleansed, but it gives you that like fresh feeling.
Mm.
So yeah, you could do like, I don't know if you have like, I know it's like getting colder and stuff, so you probably don't want to like go down to a beach or, you know, like a lake or something. But like that's always an option to like cleanse yourself in like a body
I
of
felt
water.
like doing that today. Like
Yeah. So
taking
like
my
do
dog.
that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely do that. Other things to cleanse yourself with, just drink a lot of water. If you can't like sit in it and cleanse yourself, you know, like cleanse your physical space with like fire or like incense, and cleanse your like your insides with like water and, you know, teas, just more like high vibrational, you know, like liquids or foods that will clean you out just as good as a salt bath. And then like if you're taking care of like your physical vessel by, you know, like smoke, incense, like setting intentions, and have the same effect as like a bath on some level.
That's good.
Yeah.
All good things.
All good things. So yeah, we have a new moon in Virgo on Thursday.
Yes. And I feel like with what's been going on in the world that I feel the planet speaking to us that are vibrating on a higher level, because it's like the scientists predicted that like the global warming and stuff, that we probably had like 10 good years before things were like too bad. But I feel like that was an overestimation. I feel like it's happening now with all the fires in California and the hurricanes just like on top of another. And you live in Portland now and you're even affected by it too. And I feel like the earth is really telling us, like, I hope people realize that and like think about climate change with when they're voting this year in this election. Gotta do it for the planet. Children.
I've not experienced anything like this ever. I've been on the West Coast when I was younger, but I've never lived on the West Coast. It is definitely a crazy time. Like, we literally got here like the day it was getting like worse.
So that was like a week ago?
It was like 4 days ago, pretty much.
How does it feel to be in a new place?
It feels amazing. I'm so happy to be here. It's just like super grounding. I don't know. It like reminds me a little bit of like Philadelphia in like this weird way. Like, it has this like Philly. Yeah, and even if I've never been to Portland before, but even before I got here, I was like, I don't know why. I just feel like it's gonna remind me a little bit of like Philadelphia, because it does have that like city vibe.
Is the city big like that?
Yeah, it's
cool.
Pretty big. Yeah, it feels like it's so weird. I don't know. Even like the energy feels a little bit like the same. Like, I don't know, I could drive around and like pretend I'm in like Philly at times, but then like we see the mountains like in front of us, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm on the other side of like the country. But it's really nice. I mean, we got like one day of exploring, and then it was kind of like, okay, like we should probably stay inside for as much as we can, but we drive around like a little bit. Like today we went out, and like that was nice. But yeah, it's like pretty crazy to witness like all the smoke and stuff. Like, I've never experienced it, but I've been actually like trying to just send like Reiki to like the situation, like not even to, like stop the fires, but just like to calm the anxiety and like the fear that's like being instilled and like going on right now. To just
especially
kind of,
Portland.
Yeah.
Well, there's all the protests there. And so have you seen any of that? I'm sure it's all hyped up from the media.
I have not seen, I have not heard. It's like normal. Like, everything is so normal here. And if your perspective and level of awareness is not on a little bit of a grander scale, you will easily feed into, oh, the media, like, Portland's so bad, Portland's it. No, like,
I know, right?
It's chill. Like, I have not seen one protest since I've been out, and we've been driving around. Yeah, there's like smoke and stuff, so I'm sure that has something to do with it, but like,
probably, yeah, you're right.
no, like, it is fine. People are out eating, like, it's pretty normal here, like a nice pace, like nothing crazy. So yeah, it's been nice. Like, we have like a cool roommate, because we're staying in like an Airbnb for the month, and then like we'll either get a new one or like stay at this one. But I think right now, like, we're not in any rush to like, oh, like, let's get an apartment, let's do this, let's do that. It's like, let's see what's like going on with like the fire, and like just kind of chill out right now and not put any like pressure on ourselves, I guess. to like do what we feel like we're supposed to, just like chill out right now. So yeah, it's been nice, and it's supposed to get better. Like, it's supposed to rain, I think, on like Monday or Tuesday, and the fire is supposed to clear. So yeah, I'm excited
I
to
hope
see
that
what happens.
happens.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm really worried about my cousin that lives in LA and stuff, because like my house burned down, and so it's just like to have to deal with the threat. Yeah, the threat of a fire like affecting anyone that I know in any way. It's just like I wish that people that I love don't ever have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I hope it goes away on Tuesday, like it said, and you guys can see the city more.
Me too, because we're just like, we get like cabin fever, like, yeah, like we're like stay inside, but it's like, no, like I need to like at least be in a car for a little bit. Like, I didn't go out yesterday, I had like work to do. It was just like a mellow day, but then today I was like, okay, like we just go for a drive. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want the smoke to like affect your lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, it's like, I mean, the smell isn't even like god awful. Like, yeah, it smells like a campfire outside, but it's not like I'm going outside and coughing and like I can't see, my eyes are burning. Like, it's not like that at all where we are. But I know it's like that in other places.
Yeah. And it's gonna keep getting worse, man.
I know. So
I don't think everyone.
Like, I don't know, the first day was really terrifying. What'd you say?
I don't feel like the country realizes that. I feel like other countries are like with it as far as like global warming and trying to do something about it, and we are just so slow on everything.
No, we really are.
Yeah.
We're like behind.
We're so behind on everything, and that's why like everything is an issue.
I know.
Because we think that we're the best and that we can just chill and post, but and like
no, we're really not. Like,
and not make anything better. Yeah.
But yeah, what's been going on with you?
Dude, nothing. I've been just working, and like we talked about exercise before, that's really important for me. Like, go to the gym 5 days a week, like for like 2 hours a day. But just like this week I was trying to be easy with myself. That's like my problem, is that I don't relax enough. And because my wrists were hurting like every day this week, I only went like 2 times instead of 5 times. But I don't even feel bad about it, because it's like they hurt, man. I like, it feels like carpal tunnel. It feels like,
oh god,
my wrists just feel like delicate, but especially the right one, because it's like that's the one that I'm like touching with for the directions on the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
When I'm driving, yeah. But that's it. I mean, I'm trying, like, I got a new therapist. Like, I went to my first like in person, because my old one, I loved him, but he just like left the practice or whatever. But so now I go to one closer to my house, and I have a lady for the first time. The other one was like a fabulous gay guy, and just like, she's cool. She understood like my like voodoo stuff. Like, I told her about that and how I feel like I'm Marilyn Monroe reincarnated, and that she's like my spirit animal. She like understood it. She's like Indian, so she gets like, they have the concept of like white magic, black magic. She was able to understand that like I'm just like about manifesting good things and not like, so yeah, like nothing new other than that. I really try to, like, there's routines that we can do, like, as like witchy people. I have this book that like made a chart for me. It's by the girl who has the Fat Feminist Witch podcast, and so for like each day of the week it says like what colors are good to wear and like what crystals are good to use, and I find that really helpful. I like the like organizational aspect.
Yeah, well, that's great for this new moon coming up.
Yeah, like Sundays, like citrine, that's like a good stone to use. And
I love citrine. It's one of my favorites. One of my
yes.
favorites.
And
Love
yeah,
it.
that's it. Just like spending time with my pets,
How
cleaning my
are
house.
they?
They're good. Yeah.
Good. Nice.
Yeah. Do
Love
you want to
it.
pull a tarot card or anything?
Oh my god, sure. We can do like new moon energy.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll do like what the collective needs to know for new moon energy. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Okay, Ace of Wands. So this is like a good time to really like dive into our creative spark and to kind of feel I don't know, there's like this sense of like renewedness I'm feeling, like things that we've been kind of like sitting on, or like, should I do this, should I do that, it's like the universe is going to be like yes. And with this like amplified organization energy, I think it's important for us to get organized in what we're passionate about so that we can take action on it, and so that these ideas can like really flow through us. So really getting grounded in our passions, but also getting really organized in them so that we can see them come to fruition, so that we can be receptive to these, like fiery and really creative ideas. Because I feel like when we're like disorganized, or when we're not really like grounded, it can be hard to, our thoughts and like even like our ideas can be very fleeting, and then it can also be very hard to take action on that. So through like organization, what is this card? Yeah, Nine of Swords. Like we don't have to be stressed about things that are like exciting and good. I feel like there's like amplified energy, just like, I don't know, like I know there's a lot going on in the world, but also like could be on like a collective level, which just being like panic, fear, like anxiety. Like no, we don't have anything to fear. Or like there could be this fear of like taking the next step, like doing the next thing, like just start somewhere. Essentially, I feel like this new moon is saying like just start somewhere, like anywhere, and like don't let like fear or fear of failure stop you.
Yeah. I
Because the
agree with
universe will,
that.
oh, huh?
I agree with that.
Like don't let fear like hold you back or stop you in any way. So let's just see what else is
I
going
can
on.
definitely apply that to my life because, like, I joined the League
Yeah.
of Voters, and like I will be registering people to vote 3 days a week until the
Ooh.
election. I'm volunteering my time, and it's like if
Nice.
I could afford to work less and volunteer more, I would. But I'm doing like the most
Yeah.
I can do, and like knowing that is enough. And like I feel like you're. I felt like that was like a reading for me. But also,
Oh.
one thing I want to say before I forget is that I was listening to someone who is like an astrologer, and he's looked into Donald Trump's birth chart like a lot,
Uh-huh.
he said, and that on November, like between the 13th and the 15th, is like a really bad time for him, where like three things are going on in his chart at the same time that are like bad in like in different houses and stuff. And so it's like that must be indicative of the fact that he lost and is like trying not to go, and that he'll have to be removed at that time because like the election's on November 3rd. So if that is coming up in his birth chart around the 13th, 15th, that must be what it for him to be able to tell that it's a really bad time. Well, if it was a really good time, it would have been that he would have won. You know what I mean? So like that, knowing that it's supposed to be bad for him 2 weeks after the election it gave me a little hope this week and something to
Oh
hold on
my
to.
God. That's
Yes.
insane. Oh,
What are your
well,
thoughts about that?
we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, we also got the Four Cups and the Four Wands, which is like, why are we not allowing ourselves to be open to the stability that we've already manifested for ourselves? Like this new moon might also be a good time to be like, look at all that you have manifested for yourself. Like pause, like slow down, reflect, like go within, um, so that you can really like celebrate. Because it's like our minds may be on overdrive. Like I have to get this and I have to do that, blah, 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 blah. But it's like no, like be open to like the celebratory energy that's here as well. And I always say with like the Four of Cups is like we ask for things, like we're always asking for things. We're human, like mind greedy, you know. um and sometimes we get what we asked for, but in a completely different package. So it's like you may want something very specific, and you are presented with maybe an obstacle or maybe a lesson that's going to take you to that next level. But with the Four of Cups, it's like how open can you be, just to like with your mindset and to what's going on around you, um, so that you can have that like celebratory energy, so that you can, you know, feel grounded and good. So if you're feeling a little bit ungrounded, check in with yourself and ask yourself, like, can you accept your circumstances? Can you maybe shift your perspective to look a little bit, you know, like different so that you can get what you want? And with the Fool here and the Six of Cups, it's funny, I was feeling the Six of Cups energy for this new moon. I didn't know why. But we just maybe like going back to fun. Like, you know, like Virgo isn't necessarily like the most fun energy, but in sidereal it will be Leo, so that makes a little bit of sense. Um, but yeah, I just see a lot of like newness and like stop letting your fears and insecurities, like start the podcast, start the YouTube channel, like speak up to your annoying boss, like tell that friend to like go get help because you're tired of listening to their problems. Like just use the throat chakra, like whatever it is, like be all in it. There's like no half assing. I feel like from now moving forward, like the collective is pretty much just like leveling up. And I feel like that Pisces new moon, there was a lot of like illusions that were shattered, or a lot of things that were like broken. Or like, oh my god, like I actually am this way. And now the universe is like, well, yeah, you are, so what are you gonna do about it? Like Pisces was like, oh my god, I'm so in my head, and now Virgo's coming in like, okay, well, what are we gonna do to like fix this?
Action.
Action, yeah. um so yeah, that is the collective energy I'm seeing for this. Is like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of it, it's like it's enough.
So that one's like, more of the Fool and the Four of Cups. Which one was the one where you were like, enjoy the party?
Four of Wands.
Yeah, I feel like that's me today.
Same. It's like we're on both ends of the spectrum. We have like this, and then we have this.
That's because that's the time we live in. It's like,
I almost feel like this is like you create your reality. Like, do you want to be here, or you can be here? Like nothing is stopping you.
Your mindset is your reality.
Like literally, nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping the Fool. Like quite literally nothing is stopping him. Like he's about to fall off the freaking mountain. Like, so, you know, it's like you can sit and sulk and be like, oh my god, my life is like awful. And like, yeah, there might be some things going on that reflect that energy to you, but like you have a choice. Like you have a choice in what you want your reality to be. Like, do you want it to be this, or do you want it to be this? And I feel like it's based on how well action on their emotions with the Six of Cups. Yeah, Five of Wands, like, why are you fighting yourself? Like, just, what is it? It's like, we're all dealt a certain hand in life, but the most successful people, I feel like, really do get dealt like the shittiest hand, or have a successful mindset, and they know how to work with it. Like, literally, I would take mental strength over any other strength. I don't care about being emotionally strong. I don't care about being spiritually strong. I don't even care about being like physically strong. Because when you are mentally strong, all of that can be strong. So I think this Virgo moon is like are you mentally strong right now? And if the answer is no, well, then what can you do right now to allow yourself to feel mentally strong? And also, can you be like strong enough to acknowledge that on some level, like you are choosing to feel a certain way? Like, I know it's like a big thing to ask, but like at the end of the day, aside from trauma, aside from depression, anxiety, whatever it is, our own DNA, the way the, wires in our brain are set up, like, aside from that, like, all of us are choosing how to feel. And so I think this new moon is like, you don't have to feel this way anymore. Like, new moon, like, set intentions to like shift your perspective, focus on how mentally strong you are. If you're not feeling mentally strong, well, like, what are 3 things you can do that can help build that up? Maybe it's as simple as like, you don't even have to get out of bed. Like, go on your phone and type in YouTube. How can I become mentally strong? How do successful people, think? Like, how does my trauma affect my, ability to perceive my reality? Like, at least get into it, because this is like a really ripe time, and I'm sure that like a lot of people will like, understand it now better because it will be in Virgo. And Virgo is very mental, and, it's not an air sign, but it is very analytical. So, yeah, it's like you can choose. You can have a pity party for yourself for the next 90 years, or you can choose to make today an amazing day because you literally opened your eyes and like or somehow hearing this, maybe on your phone, maybe on your friend's phone, maybe on a laptop, but like, you have a laptop, you have money. Like, if you're watching this and you have a like roof over your head, you have a roof over your head. And like, no, that doesn't mean everything is fixed, but it just means like you have a chance. You have a chance.
Mm.
So yeah.
Today has been a good day. Like,
It's
be
been a
present,
great day.
enjoy the now.
Enjoy the
But
now. That's all there is.
I feel like that's the only option in the quarantine. I sometimes get upset with the collective. I feel like you're either the kind of person that is introspective and is like able to process what you've gone through and grow and like able to say like what can I do about it, or they're
Yes.
just like not awoke at all. And I feel like those are the same people that are like going on vacations right now when it's like not safe. Like, that's the shit that I don't understand, is that like people are acting like things are okay when it's like we're in the same fucking place that we were in March. Like, Trump still doesn't have a plan, and it's like, so it's like for people to be like doing these things, that it's like we're just still, I feel like we're staying in the same cycle. Like, I feel like as an empath, I feel like a lot of emotions about the collective, like throughout the week, it's normally like during the day as I'm working that like I'm like processing and like dealing with it just like in my head, like as I'm going through the day. But like I'm able to separate and like take time and like enjoy the day and still manifest positivity. But it's like that's like a paradox for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, it's what you're choosing, essentially.
Yeah.
So like, today's a great, like, today could have been a shitty day if I wanted to let myself, like, nothing in particular happened, but like, I'm choosing to be like, wow, today was a great day. Like, I got up, like, I had sessions, like, I went for a drive, I'm gonna have a great dinner, like, or I could be like, oh my god, I'm in a state that's on fire, oh my god, panic, oh my
Yeah.
god, like, let me fall into a panic attack, oh my god, like,
I
what's
have
going.
just learned that your mindset really does affect your present and your future.
Yeah. Well, it's shaping it. You're
Yeah.
manifesting it through energy. Like, your thoughts don't care what year it is, how old you are. Like, this is why becoming like aware of your own thought process is so empowering. Um so yeah,
Yeah. It's your heart and your mind.
it is working. Ooh, oh my god. Working as one.
So tell me about like the drive across, like, because you took like a road trip. Did you
Yeah, we
see
took a road
cool
trip.
shit?
It was absolutely beautiful. Our first night was in West Virginia, and we were, I'm not kidding, like there's no exaggeration, in the absolute middle of nowhere. And when I say that, I like felt the energy as soon as we like got into like the more woodsy part. Um, it was so abrupt. It was like, oh, here's this like big mountain and like a shopping center. And then we drove down a little further, and it was like people live like in these houses, you know, like very just like so like a culture shock. I was like, oh my god. And being so sensitive, I like felt the energy, and I sensed like a little bit of panic, um because it was just, there was no left or right. We were just on this long road for an hour. And then finally we asked like locals, like, hey, like, is there like this cabin? Like, we showed them like the place we were supposed to stay, and they're like, oh yeah, it's like a few more miles. And they're like, okay. And a grocery store was another like 10 minutes away. We've already been driving for like an hour. So that was really interesting. And it wound up just being like a bodega. Like not even a grocery store.
Really rural.
It was like, oh my goodness.
I
Like I'm
hope you
telling
listened
you,
to Dolly Parton when you were there in the mountains.
we like didn't even have the radio on. We were just like trying to find the cabin and like not freak out because we didn't have signal either.
So that's where the log cabin was West Virginia.
Yes, we like didn't have signal either. Like we literally like did not have any signal. So we were like, oh my god. But the cabin wound up being super cute. We loved it. It was like actually up to date ish, for like being in the middle of nowhere. And then we drove to St. Louis the next day. I loved St. Louis. Like the food was good. We went to a zoo.
Is it St. Louis?
St. Louis. Yeah, I think it's St. Louis.
So that's a movie with Judy Garland.
St. Louis, St. Louis. That was amazing.
Know, like I've never been there. How do they say it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It always says St. Louis. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just go with St. Louis.
St. Louis
is like,
oh, okay. St. Louis is a nickname.
Okay. Because like in the Johnny Cash song, like he says it like.
Oh, okay.
It's Big
but
River.
I liked it there. It was fun. We saw like the arch, which is like this new. Well, I don't know if it's new, but like this cool like architecture thing.
Oh my god, that's where the arch is. Yeah.
Yes, the arch. That also gave me like a Philly vibe too, sort of a little bit. It's weird. It was very weird.
What about it's like Philly, like really old energy, or like the neighborhoods? Like when you say that.
I guess just like, I don't even know how to explain it. No, not like the neighborhoods. I guess it's just like the very rugged like city feel.
Okay. Because Philly's like the second oldest big city.
Really?
Baltimore's really old too, but yeah, like Philly was like almost the capital.
Wow.
Shit was happening. I mean, that's where like Ben Franklin was and shit.
Yes, the bell, the cracked bell. Oh my god. But yeah, that was fun. And then we went to Kansas City, and then we got to Kansas, literally the middle of nowhere. And then the next day was Colorado. I absolutely love Colorado. We got to spend 2 nights with my friend Emma and explore and eat yummy food. And like it was nice because we'd been like hopping around hotels for like 5 days. So to be in like her apartment with like her pets and like other people, I was like, oh, okay, a sense of home, a sense of like familiar, like okay, like not a hotel room. So that was fun. And then we went to Salt Lake City, Utah, and there was like some sort of huge storm that blew over while we were there. We slept right through it. We didn't know what was happening. We woke up the next day and there were like trees uprooted. Like the wind was like awful, like blowing us around. Like there was the town we stayed in was like no electricity. Like lights were out, like stoplights. So that was interesting. Like we had all these cool places. We were like, let's go here for breakfast. Oh, okay, they're not open. Let's try here. Okay, their phone is down.
That timing.
That timing. And then the next place we went to was where was the next place we went to?
After what?
Salt Lake City. Oh, Boise, Idaho. I went to Boise. We love Boise, Idaho. I don't know, just something very like cute about it. Like the parts that we kind of like hopped in, and then after Boise, we drove to Portland. Then we got to Portland. So yeah, we just like drove like that pretty much, just like straight.
Man, I wish I could have like met you to say hi, like when you were
Oh
in West
yeah, we did
Virginia.
stop in Maryland our first day.
You didn't even tell me?
To get food. We were briefly there. It was like we stopped to get food because that was our first day on the road.
Yeah.
And we just like stopped at this place. I think the town was like Hagerstown.
Yeah, Hagerstown.
Hagerstown, yeah. That's where we stopped. So.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you could have like taken more time and like done more stuff if it wasn't like the pandemic, but it's almost better that like Salt Lake City was closed. They have a lot of like religious nuts. That's like
oh my god. And I didn't even know that going into it.
Yeah.
But we were like warned. I think somebody warned us. Oh, my friend Emma warned us how she went there, and like you just get like looked at if like you like have a tank top on as like a woman. It's like insane. So
they're starting like a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Not that I ever would. I don't watch that stuff, but that one's gonna be like religious. So there's like I watch the pop culture stuff. So the one lady of that, she's in charge of a church that she inherited, and her family has like mega churches and restaurants. But the reason why she got the fortune is because like the family came together and decided that she had to marry the grandmother who is now dead's like ex-husband.
What?
The family wanted it that way. Like it's crazy. It's just like how it's like this shit is going on among us, and it's like normal around it. Like in Florida, all the Scientologists live in Clearwater, and it's like it's just weird, man.
It's weird. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. We had a good time. Lots of pictures, lots of memories.
And now you're there, and it's like a whole new chapter, and it's just like nice to do a little update of your journey.
I know. I'm so happy, and I'm glad I got to see you and talk to you.
Yes, and like I hope when you settle in, you'll like be able to update on like, is this really your place?
We'll do this again in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do another one. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to stop it here?
We can stop it here.
Okay. Well, good night,
girl.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Peace.